hope you enjoyed that little tune that I played for you just now. I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for supporting my channel and for subscribing to this channel, so that now within 1.5 months of continuous streams of video every week, I have managed to have 94 of you, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for this attention and also for believing in my work. Now, in case you're not aware, the work that I do has to do with what is invisible to the naked eye and what cannot be seen, what cannot be heard directly. So I tend to read along the hidden lines or what's going on. So in my channels on Wednesday, when I read the books, you realize that it's not just reading the book on its own, but also delving into the deeper meanings of how it can affect us on a day-to-day. And many times, some of you may have even noticed that you've ended up falling asleep while listening to my stories. And it's intended that way because through the stories, what I'm trying to do is I'm actually building the values and the qualities, extracting the positive qualities and the awareness of the wisdom based on the stories written by the authors. And what goes into that is, as you are listening, or you probably will go into your light sleep, the REM sleep, is that it will help in strengthening as well as aligning your subconscious states. Alright, so there's a more intention behind it. So it's not just a book alone. Right, then today you notice that I'm actually dressed this way. My daughter is actually asking me, hey, why do you have to dress up for your channel? Don't you just wear, ordinary clothes and just do that? Now, because the passion of my work has to do with more the superconscious, meaning like I tend to be able to receive downloads easily and to be able to tune back into the subconscious, which is really in our bodies. So putting them together, I like to merge these two together and dress up according to some of the archetypes. As you can have seen over the last 2 months of videos, that usually I will dress up a little. If I find it fun to do it, at the same time when I do it, I go in straight into the whole body being space to share with you. So it's not just an ordinary sharing, right? So through this, even this like several minutes of navigating your week smoothly, if you happen to end up falling asleep or dozing off while listening to this, it's meant to be. Because through the story reading on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and through this weekends sharing navigation for the week, it is a kind of transmission through the tone of my voice. All this has been cultivated, alright, so that I can benefit you and to a bigger community at large. If you find that you are drawn into this channel, then this channel is really right for you. If it's not yet, have a little bit of patience, and if it happens that, through the scrolling of YouTube and then this channel happens to come up over and over again, as one of the recommendations, then do give yourself a chance to have a look at this, because it is more than what you see and what you hear that this channel has to be able to benefit you deeper during your sleepy states, and so to help you as you move forward, and also to help in the alignments of what is already stored in the body. But as you're working on yourselves, on those past experiences, slowly they will start to unfold and to restore again. So there's the little things that I do hope that through those little time samples that I do for my channels, that you will be able to receive such benefits. Of course, if it's like pertaining to your just customized just for you, that will be separate. There will be other services that I do offer, either on my website, as you can see in future, or it could be when I announce it later on in the year. So you just stay tuned to what I do have for now. Okay, so much has already been said. I hope you are still with me. I'm going on to what we're going to have for this week. So we're walking into the 2nd February, which is tomorrow, and that is on a Monday, all the way until 7th February, which is on a Saturday. What's going to influence is collectively, all right, the energy. And all this, where does it come from, is because of the planets that is moving and how they interact with us at play is by no means a coincidence. So its influence, okay, at our physical level is you're going to be seeing the themes of discernment. What that means is you are going to be able to see more archetypal characters at play. Lots more dramas. You will probably see more jokers, example, or you probably see more hero and heroines, standing up for their causes, playing out this week very strongly. And you'll probably be also within yourself, whichever archetype that is playing within you, going to show up as well. Okay, so this week is all about this. And in the lower states, there's going to be a lot of discords, meaning to say that there is going to be a point whereby you're not going to be able to listen to what? To listen to the past lessons or the past experiences that you have experienced, or the past experiences of your predecessors. Either it could be your grandparents, your parents, people will be sharing with you all their experiences. Or you're going to hear that, okay, on social media. You're going to hear like people are going to share with you what they have gone through their stories and narratives. And then you're going to say, okay, this is them and it's not me. And you're just going to judge it, okay, more and more. So that is where the discord is going to come in. There's inability to simply hear it. Or even if you are hearing it, what I meant by listen is not just at this level of using your ears to hear. It is using your entire body to be able to hear the emotions, the intention of the emotions that arise while you're listening to these stories. So what that means is, at a deeper level, we all know if you're done with doing enough healing work on your own or in your life, that is, all emotions have the intention and wisdom. Whether it's anger, sadness, whether it's worry, anxiety, or in other kinds of stress states, it doesn't mean that those emotions are bad. Neither does it mean that being very happy and excited, that these feelings are always good. These feelings have the opposites, and what you need to do is to be able to sit with all these feelings without becoming reactive or disconnecting. If you can embrace a deeper and a curiosity, those feelings that comes up when you're listening to the narratives or to the stories that people share, including your own as you are talking with other people, then you are listening. And that is when those discords, right, will shift. The issues that happen in the collective, the issues of lessons that has not been learnt by people of the older generations, and they in projecting onto us, or perhaps you even projecting it out as well, because your grandparents or parents or even your older relatives or even friends, teachers, and other people whom you meet, bosses, colleagues, and people, collaborators, when they are showing up a certain kind of archetype, are you listening to what's happening in you? Are you listening to what's happening in them? Do you exactly know what's going on before you jump into judgment? Before you start to say, so and so is like this, and this is how I'm going to say to them. So if you happen to, example, you're going to play like, I'm going to teach them a lesson, or I'm going to advise them what to do, then in that case, you are separating from them. That is a form of discord. But if you can sit with that to understand what's going on in you and what's going on in them, then you start to shift from discord through discernment into this thing called empathy. The loops that's repeating from an wounded ego, or we call it the hurt inner child, or the rejected psyche that's in us, is no longer going to play out. You will be able to fully feel what it is like to be in that person. Not with that person, but in that person. Not based on what you imagine, but because you are able to come up from yourself and then to be able to sit in the other person's shoes completely, emotionally, mentally, physically, then you would have already transited to this state called empathy. And that is what this whole week is all going to be like. Now, to be able to, so we are going to be toggling between discord, discernment, empathy, and have fun moving in these states. It's going to be very fluid. And the more you allow, the more you just embrace curiosity and be open to it, the more you will be able to move within these states without being stuck in any of this. And that's what we want to be, because none of these states are bad. Alright? It is all about understanding us and others, not just human beings, even our animals around us, our beloved animals or insects that we don't like perhaps, or even things that we can't see, the paranormals or spirits that we may believe or don't believe in. So whether it's a creature, whatever that has a form or no forms, you'll realize that they have a certain emotional states in them that is having some form and playing some form of archetype. And it's about knowing how rich this world is. And when you get into that space, you may even have a glimpse of understanding what it means when you come across this sentence that says, the whole universe is inside us. And you may not have understood what it means, but that is what is going to happen when you start to be able to embrace fully empathy. And that can only take place if your ego can have a glimpse touching into totally de-identified from yourself, no longer in you. That's because the sense of self is no longer important, because you know you and them are the same, though you and them are also different. So it's to be able to understand within those boundaries and out of the boundaries, that everything is all in this space and one at heart. Alright? So I'm not so sure whether I'm making sense to you. If you don't have any questions, do check in with me. This is the first time I'm sharing with you at a deeper level why every week I'm dressed up as a certain archetype, and why I choose certain books, why I choose to do this work that I'm doing, and how my voice, the way I speak, is not deliberate, but it's coming from a deeper part of me as I'm speaking with you. So I hope this makes sense, and if it does not yet, do give yourself a bit of time, a bit of patience. Do not use your external critical day-to-day managing judgment to see and to listen to my channel. Put yourself into a space of relaxation. As you are just allowing yourself to be more relaxed, that is when you will be able to hear me at a deeper level. Okay? And with these words that I am speaking, the tone of these words also will have a very harmonious impact on you as well. It's coming from really a space of love. Okay? So I do wish you all the best for this coming week, and playing with the states of discord, discernment, and empathy. And do stay tuned to my book that's coming up in Distressing, This Beautiful Warrior. And before I go, let's get into this archetype again. Cheers.